Good morning. I am S. Sai Charan, ACEB. Today I am going to explain Wien-Bridge oscillator. In Wien-Bridge oscillator we have Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4. We are multiplicating Z1 into Z3 equals to Z2 into Z4. Z1 equals to R1 plus 1 by J omega C1. Z2 equals to R2 parallel to C2 equals to R2 by 1 plus J omega R2 C2. Z3 equals to R3. Z4 equals to R4. R1 plus 1 by J omega C1 into R3 equals to R2 by 1 plus J omega C2 R2 into R4. R1 plus R3 by J omega C1 into 1 plus J omega C2 R2 equal to R2 R4. We are multiplicating both R1 R3 plus R3 by J omega C1 into 1 plus J omega C2 R2. R2 R4 equals to R1 R3 plus J omega C2 R2 R1 R3 plus R3 by J omega C1 J omega C2 R2 R3 by J omega C1. Then X plus JY equals to Z. J omega C2 R2 R1 R3 plus R3 by J omega C1 equals to 0. J omega C2 R2 R1 R3. We are sending R3 by J omega C1 to right hand side. J omega C2 R2 R1 R3 equals to minus R3 by J omega C1. R3 cancel. Sending J omega C1 left hand side. Minus J square omega square C1 C2 R1 R2 equals to 1. Omega square R1 R2 C1 C2 equals to 1. Omega square equals to 1 by R1 R2 C1 C2. Omega equals to 1 by under root of R1 R2 C1 C2. Therefore omega equals to 1 by 2 pi f. 2 pi f equals to 1 by under root of R1 R2 C1 C2. Sending 2 pi right hand side. F equals to 1 by 2 pi under root of R1 R2 C1 C2. F equals to frequency of Wien-Bridge oscillator equals to 1 by 2 pi under root of R1 R2 C1 C2.